Alrighty then, g'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael. I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and I'm sharing a map on Fantasy Grounds, which I didn't want to share just yet. So let's find something. Let's find something a little bit more non-spoilery to throw out here. Here we go. We have this glorious picture of a fight with a. There we go. A fight with a thing that the group hasn't come across yet. There, that's slightly less spoilery. All right, so welcome everyone, one and all, to this our playthrough of Pathfinder: Curse of the Crimson Throne. We are playing in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, despite this being a 1st Edition module, because I like to punish myself, and that's what we're going to do. Also, I enjoy Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and we've decided to play it with these wonderful and amazing people who are my Patreons to the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Spectacular. Now, listen, we are going to be diving into today's game, but before we do, we're going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors for the channel and for the day. That is, of course, Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork you can see on screen here, which... There we go. Haha. Which obviously include Quinn and our little goblin friend here, who I'll tell you more about in a little bit. But yeah, thanks to Hero Forge, we were able to use really cool artworks and make really unique characters for our games. And yeah, you can go check it out at heroforge.com. In addition, we have our Sirenscape, which is our sound set that we use for our game as well, which provides us with amazing sound effects and a really, really massive and ever-expanding library of sounds to make us sound and look awesome. For example, all the kind of cool things that we can do because of Sirenscape. So yay. And lastly, Fantasy Grounds, which is our VTT of choice, which allows us to get maps and get tokens and do a whole bunch of cool calculations. Yeah, makes online gaming super easy. So go check out our sponsors today. Now, in addition, we are going to, what was I saying? Yes, no, our players. Let's find out about our players, the characters that are going to be embarking on this amazing quest, and then we'll get started. So let's start with none other than Padrig.
His arcane ability into his guns now instead of into magic as most people know it. So he's looking forward to kind of digging deeper into the hierarchy that allowed Gadrin to screw his life up.
Very well. Sorry, the first half of that was cut out a little bit because of tech goblins, but we've got you in the end. But yes, Padrig, a person who is kind of sequestering himself from his sordid past, slowly piecing together elements to create his own new sense of self. Now that he is one villain down, he's got a taste for heroism and wants more to prove to those people who thought that he couldn't do it. That he can, and he's kind of I don't know how you feel about magic. How does Patrick feel about magic in general, like aside from the upbringing?
So he intellectually he thinks it's fascinating, but having lost his opportunity to truly study it, he's taking his magical talents and he's really just kind of thinking about how it applies more to merging with technology.
What do you? All right, fantastic. Next up, of course, is normally our friend Holly, played by the amazing and wonderful friend of ours, Malakisa, who is currently enjoying Spain. So we wish her well. We hope that she is enjoying everything that Spain has to offer. But moving swiftly on from there, we have none other than Quinn, our wonderful investigator, played by Aya Janasi.
Hey, Michael. How are
Hello.
you?
I am well, thank you. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Quinn is a native to the city of Korvosa and is an investigator, sort of a gritty noir film noir vibe to her. And she is enjoying being on the case and following up with the guards on what they need to for her to do and her new compatriots.
Fantastic. Next up, of course, we have Chad playing the role of Fido, our android ranger. G'day, Chad. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
I say android, and I realize it was an automaton, but yeah, it's a tomato.
Yeah, yeah. It's, same thing. They both start with A.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, Fido is an automaton. He is over 5,000 years old, created many, many years ago. And he looks like a very tall canine humanoid that it was made directly out of stone and metal. And through those 5,000 years, he does take breaks and goes to sleep or hibernates for a couple hundred in and out. So he's kind of seen life as it has evolved, and he's recently just reawoken in the last 6 months and found his way to Korvosa to try to see what life has been like recently. And that's when he met this daring group of adventurers and got mixed up with that evil bully whom we had dispatched, and decided that they seem to be interesting and know their way around, so he wants to stick around with them and see what else he can learn from them about today's age.
All right, fantastic. And last but not least, we have Dante, our Kitsune druid, played by the wonderful Raikon. Dante is a well-traveled individual who has done a bunch of amazing work with Korvosa and the natural world, providing leathers and fruits and berries and other things that have been gathered from the land, selling them to the people of Korvosa. He, however, has a friend within the city who had fallen to drugs and vice, and Dante is on a quest to try and find exactly who is responsible for letting loose this kind of I guess evil is a good way to say it upon the city, and try to not only bring an end to it, but also help his friend in their time of need. This is, of course, our wonderful party that is going to be embarking on this adventure. But, of course, they're not going to get to their end game without you, our lovely audience, in chat. Now, there are a number of ways that you guys can come behind the GM screen and influence the game for good or for evil. And we start, of course, with none other than our channel points. So, using channel points, you are going to be able to influence the game through things such as divine intervention, divine healing, summoning wandering NPCs and monsters, and even more. If you wish to support the channel further, you could always consider a monetary donation using our donation link. For $5, you can grant someone a hero point, which allows them to petition the GM, get advantage on rolls, or, stave off death. For $10, you can grant Plot Twist, which, of course, allows me to draw 3 cards from the Plot Twist deck, offer one to you, and you get to decide what plot twist immediately happens. For $20, you grant them the coveted natural 20, which is a natural 20. Because why bother rolling a nat 20 when you can just be given one? For $50, we have our boss buff, which can enhance or create a bigger danger for our group. Or give our group a magic item, because they are rare, they're wonderful, and they are special gifts that carry on from game to game. And lastly, we have the $100 secret menu item. Now, the secret menu item here is going to be quite it's an okay one. The secret menu item only gets mentioned once during a stream, and today the secret menu item is a very, very familiar face being able to help our characters successfully infiltrate the den of the Spider King. So it's not a guarantee, right? But it is an 80% increase in their odds of success. So there is an NPC that is in the game that will be introduced with that. He will also provide them with a special item that'll give them some assistance as well. And he's a fun character. So yes, that is the secret menu item. All right. I think that brings us to the end. We're ready to go. So let's crack on to this as we begin today's session. So. Our journey commences. Okay, there we go. In a rundown and crummy house in old Korvosa, door barely hanging on by a single hinge, creaking as it sways in a breeze that comes from a smashed-up window. A small lawyer's office. A desk covered in litigations and parchments that are scattered about with no visible sign of organization whatsoever. Our heroes, Patrick, Holly, Fido, Quinn, and Dante, have come in search of some leverage. Apparently, an evil nobleman. I say evil nobleman. He's just a nobleman. A nobleman has been buying out land and buildings in Old Korvosa during the period of time in which people have been losing their houses, destruction and looting having brought them to their knees. In desperation, many people are selling to this individual. This nobleman's name is... here we go. His name is... Come on. One moment.
I hope you got it. My notes just say Chellish guy.
Chellish guy. I do have it. I just need to open up the right chapter. There we go. Yagrin, yada yada yada. Missing lady. Ambassador. There we go. His name is Ambassador.
Ampre?
Ampre, that's the guy. Yeah. I'm sure he has a last name. I know it's a very good last name. Yes. Gios oh Jesus. Darvain Gios Ampre is the name. A Chellish man who has been trying to buy out the city. Now, why is he trying to buy out the city? Well, Korvosa is to the far north of the region that is considered to be owned by Cheliax. It shares a border, more or less, with Varisia, the country to the north. Since then, Korvosa has been able to enjoy a modicum of freedom without Chelish rules under their imperialness. It is, of course, Ambassador Ampre's intention to buy out as much of the land as he can so that he can weasel his way back into the politics and have Cheliax rule or take back Korvosa in a more formal capacity. This will not fly, not with the people of Korvosa, not with the crown, not with anyone. So Captain Cressida has asked for you to see if you can find some dirt on the governor that might dissuade him from his current endeavors to enter into the real estate market. To that end, you have been introduced to a man by the name of Vencarlo, a rather dashing swashbuckler who has told you a little bit about where you might find this blackmailable material. He's mentioned that on multiple occasions he has witnessed Ampre head into a place known as Eel's End, a den of sin and vice ruled by a man known as the Spider King. The Spider King, Divago Barvasi, is known for his cruelty and the fact that almost all the criminals in the city answer to him. He has his webs kind of in every nook and cranny of this city. So, with this information given, our heroes return to their domicile to rest, recover, and to plan their next big move. It came to, I think it was Patrick actually, who knew of someone that might be of some assistance. A rather interesting gnomish lawyer. And it is in his office that we now find ourselves. All right, well, what you say is very intriguing. I am. You wish to do what exactly? You want to find a way to sneak into the Eel's End with legality? You want us to present him with a cease and desist order? Maybe you have your own brothel that you would like to say is copyrighted. Do not worry. We can find out exactly what the name of the brothel is, and then we can claim that we had the name first.
I don't think we need to necessarily go into the minutia and twisted corridors of copyright litigation. What we're really looking for is something that will get us an in, and maybe a conversation with the King of Spiders. To that end, we're hoping that maybe there might be something that the guards may be hanging on to that they could be persuaded to lend us.
Ah, I see. You wish to try and twist the bureaucracy so that that the guards provide you with some material that you can present to appease the Spider King. I like this. Yes. Let me see what I have here. Okay, there's the case against yes, Mr. Donny Jep. Yep, nope, cool. Just this one here and that one there. Ah, yes, no, brilliant. Here's a good one. There is a case here that is still kind of open. Currently, it is a widow is claiming that the skull of her husband was illegally seized during a time in which his remains were to be buried, because... Hold on, wait, I can't read this. All right. Because apparently he had stolen magical tattoos, which he then tattooed upon his head. The problem is that once he died, executed by, beheading, the head was then taken into evidence. Now, the tattoo itself was said to contain some great power. The widow is currently claiming that that it is being unlawfully held, and there is currently a matter here to be dealt with. And she has received a large stipend from a mutual friend, so it says here. And of course, the name under the mutual friend here, you won't guess who it is.
King of Spiders?
Well, no, it's Barvasi. You know, he doesn't write King of Spiders on the document.
Yes,
but,
I figured that.
but yes! It seems as though this woman is a personal friend of Barvasi. So if you manage to acquire the head, this could look good for you.
Can you help us acquire the head?
Well, I'm sure that there is some legal loophole I can look at, and of course, at the very least, have it brought out of holding, so it can be investigated. Are any of you a licensed investigator?
It just so happens that I am.
Ah, brilliant! Well, this should help to our claim. Not too much of a problem there. Now, are any of you skilled in the arcane arts? Someone that we can maybe say is a wizard or something? Someone who we could say would understand the art of tattooing?
I can certainly examine it from an arcane perspective. I am not a wizard myself, but I have
Oh yes, no,
background in the arcade.
no, stop. He jumps on he jumps on the table and he says, "Let me try this again." And he sort of grabs you by the sides of your cheek and he says, "Do we have anyone here who is a wizard that will be able to?"
I am a wizard.
There you go, brilliant. Now you're understanding how law works. All right, so. All right, very well. I think we have enough here to make a case. All right. When do you need this by? Next Tuesday, I think I'm free. Maybe a Saturday? Saturday would be great. It means we could go out for waffles afterwards.
I will speak to him in Gnomish and explain that urgency is paramount in this case.
Yeah, he responds in Gnomish. He says, well, if urgency is what you need, then maybe we can, I don't know, I mean, look, my time is very valuable. I don't know if you realize I'm a very busy person.
And I don't know if you will continue in Gnomish. Time can be bought.
Oh, money? I just thought you were going to hang me upside down and threaten me till I did this. Oh, if you're going to give me money, then yes. Quick, what are we wasting our time here for? He packs up some scrolls, throws them in a bag, and he's like, all right, now, to the courts! Allez!
Well, that was easy.
Allons-y.
Allons-y! Thank you. I don't know what I said.
It's good.
All right. You make your way swiftly into the streets, following behind this goblin with a very, very unconvincing gnomish beard. He makes his way past, pushing people out of the way, move. And as he does so, eventually, you arrive at the at Castle Castle.
Korvosa?
Nope. It is G10. It is Castle.
Oh,
Citadel
Citadel
Volshnik.
Bolshnik.
I'll get it right one day. All right. You arrive at Citadel Volshnik. Also, yes, go to bed, Kyle. I see you, and I've seen your tweet. Just sleep. Go to bed. Go to bed. You're out. I banish. I take from you your power, your hat, and your glorious beard, and I cast you out. And he whosoever holds the name of Playnerd ally shall wield the power of your beard. There you go. There. Go. Just have a good sleep, mate. Someone please clip that and post that onto his Twitter, or tag him in Twitter. All right. So anyway, you arrive at the castle, the Citadel gates, and the guards sort of look down at the goblin, and they're like, "Ah, goblin! I'm not a goblin. I am a lawyer." Ah, lawyer! I've come here to represent Madam Symbol in the matter regarding the case of her husband's illegally procured head into the evidence locker, thus preventing him a proper ritualistic burial, which is a crime not only against this city, but also crime against the very gods. Yes, no, look, I'm not here to talk to you, you blundering buffoon. I am here to take my expert team of investigators and magicians to go and prove once and for all that this head is being illegally detained and demand its return immediately. He's going to make a bluff check, but in extension for a bluff check, I'm going to give you guys the ability to make the check and give you a bonus because he is lawyering you. Hey, Odd Bandicoot. No, they have just arrived at Citadel Volshnik, which is over here. And they are now trying to procure the severed head of a friend of the King of Spiders, which has been put into evidence locker because the item that was stolen was a magic tattoo that this guy had tattooed on his face. So the head's kind of been kept as evidence.
All right, so you want us all to make deception checks?
Yes, please. Thank you, Mac.
Alrighty.
I'll post it on Twitter now.
Accurate. Because untrained. Oh, Jesus, Fido.
All right.
Got that unreadable face.
The unreadable. Sorry, 2 seconds. Planar ally tried to go into to join my stream after his 12-hour marathon. I threw him out. Rest is important. Never forget. Kick your ass to the curb. There we go. All right. All right. So we have an 11, a 21, a 10, and a 9. So with the 21 being your highest, that one will go through. The 2 guards let you in and allow you passage into the Citadel. You make your way through and eventually to the evidence lockers, where you can see a very familiar-looking guard. It's the one from earlier on, who seems to be kind of. Well, actually, no, it's the one from yesterday. He's kind of like looking really tired. He's kind of been there all day as. Oh, morning. I didn't think I'd see you all back here so soon. Now listen very carefully here, my good man. I am here to receive evidence number 47328964B. You'll procure this as we are going to be conducting a very in-depth investigation of the evidence that is procured. Here I have the legal documents. This is Form 47 Yellow B, Form 47 Yellow C, Form Blue Green Magenta XYB. And he just keeps piling on these things, and he's like, wait, what? Who? When? Oh, hold on. Shouldn't I speak to a lawyer? You are speaking to a lawyer, you buffoon. Now, quick! Hurry up, I do not have all day. And these people, do you know how expensive their time is? It's about 30 gold. No? 30 silver?
Definitely gold.
30 copper? He realized that he's now haggling for like how much you're gonna pay him. But he's doing it in front of the guy who, it's like, yeah, that's right. You can try to push back on me, but I can spoil everything.
I look at Padrig.
30 silver?
No, our time is worth at least 30 silver.
Oh, good. See, they're worth at least 30 silver. He points out the at least. And he says, now hurry up. Quick. We don't have all day. The guy basically turns around. Okay, just give me a minute. He goes into the evidence locker and he puts the big pile of papers down on a bench nearby. He begins to flip through and eventually pulls out what looks to be like a wooden chest. He uses a key and opens it up and looks in. He goes, oh my god. All right. So gentle repose has been cast on the evidence. It's not decaying any further than it had by the time it was procured, but you'll need to sign here. I need to sign where? Of course I will sign. He pulls out a quill and he writes down the name. There, are you happy? He says, yes. He folds it up. Anyone who wishes to can make a perception check.
All right. I will not roll, but I have assurance in that, so it's just a 17 for me.
17 is enough. Dante, you don't quite notice it with a 14. But as he signs his name in black, Quinn, you also don't quite notice it. But he signs his name. He uses like a little inkwell that he's got in his pouch, and he kind of signs. Fido, you do notice. But Patrick, you notice that as he writes it down, he shows the paperwork, but as the guard's folding it up, you notice that the words that he writes start to like fade and like disappear off the parchment. He has a inkwell of invisible ink. It appears for about a few seconds, but as it's exposed to air, actually becomes transparent, and it removes the writing. So as he rolls it up, he says, "There! All right."
Nothing but respect for that. I will make no reaction to that.
All right. He then says, "All right, well, quick, hurry up, take the box. Who wishes to take it?"
I'll grab it.
All right, Patrick grabs the box, and you make your way out. You literally hear the sounds of like the like, you know, the like the Ocean's 11, like the dun, dun, dun,
right,
as you're like as you're walking out with like the and just like that. We got the box.
I'll also remember that I think Dante's got a bag of holding, so maybe we should stick the head in there. A little less noticeable.
All right.
If you don't mind, Dante.
No, not at all.
All right. Dante places the whole box, or just the head?
If the whole box will fit,
box.
the whole box.
Okay, so here's my ruling on bags of holding. So bags of holding stretch out to fit like kind of almost like a pair of pants, right? Anything you could ideally squeeze into a pair of pants, I kind of view that as that's how stretchy a bag of holding is. So you couldn't put an elephant or a horse into a bag of holding, for example, right? This box is large enough to go into the bag of holding. So as you kind of stretch the thing open, you put the box in, you tie it off and make it closed, and yep, it is now hidden away in there.
Perfect.
All right. As you walk out of the citadel, LaRouge turns to you and says, "Well, it appears as though I have successfully managed to help you procure the evidence you need. So once again, the people you will need to know are as follows: Madame Symbol is the woman who lost her husband. You're writing this down?
Yes.
Good. Secondly, is they were both avid worshippers of Abdar.
There's Madam. How do you spell Madam's name?
Sybil. Syballe.
All right, Madam Sybil, and avid worshippers
Of Abdar. Which means, of course, the body is currently being held in the Abdaran church. Now, lastly, her husband's name is Tarog. Taroge. Tarog. And Tarog had stolen a tattoo, an arcane tattoo specifically, which was emblazoned on his face. As for what the tattoo was and all of this, no one really found out. I don't have any of the documentations here, but that is everything you needed. You have the head, you have the tattoo. Très bien. Now all that needs to happen is someone needs to pay the ferryman.
Absolutely. 30 silver.
Well, I mean, at least 30 silver, eh?
I'll give him 40 silver.
That is what I'm talking about. I will get to eat real meat today. As he counts up the coins that you place into his hands, he says, "If ever you need legal representation, I hope you know that my door is always open."
We will keep that in mind.
Brilliant. Also, if you want to sell him for parts, I do know a guy. He says, pointing at Fido.
Yeah, I think he's a little more than the sum of his parts right now.
The sum of his parts look like they've been chewed on by a dog.
They have.
All right.
I stare down at him.
He smiles at you, As he does so, you again see that his beard is barely hanging on. He says,
And
"All
I say,
right.
but wait, how much do you think we could get?
Ooh, for something like this, well, the material is a little bit dinged up, and I'm sure there's blood in the gears. Good, maybe 2,000 gold pieces, maybe."
All right, good to know. Good to know.
Mr. LaRouge, you do know I could help that beard stick a little bit easier. Blood is extremely sticky.
Oh, stop.
He
We're just having a little fun.
he says, "So is the situation of not having a lawyer on your side." He twerks his eyebrows. He does that whole like.
He like moves them. So
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah, they're just two caterpillars on his eyes, like he just.
they're just kind of moving on their own. He's got to push them back.
Yeah. So as he walks away from you, you notice that he gets to a bin, and he sort of takes off his beret, throws it in the bin, takes off his glasses, throws it in the bin, takes off his beard, throws it in the bin, takes off his jacket, throws it in the bin, and then takes out a little match, sets it on fire, throws it in the bin. And underneath, he's wearing just kind of a white shirt and like kind of dirty brown pants. He looks around and he sees like a help wanted sign in like a bakery, and just sort of kicks the door in. And he says, "I am the world's finest baker. Give me your shop." As he disappears from view.
Jeez.
Let's say it. Turned to Fido. I was like, Fido, you gotta understand. If we're ever short on cash, we just sell you, and then you break out in the middle of the night. We get the money, and you come back. Do that to a couple different people.
That does not
Think it over.
sound efficient.
Look, for 2,000 gold, I think it's pretty efficient. We'll keep that in our back pocket in case we ever need it. I
Your
can actually let
firearms
them
are
turn
pretty
them into parts.
expensive, aren't they?
What's that?
Your firearms are pretty expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, this pulls out his dueling pistol. This is the most expensive one I have. I can used maybe get 5 gold for it.
Hmm.
They're not cheap, but they're not that expensive.
Somehow, despite being made of circuits, it seems as though LaRouge has struck a nerve. As Fido continues, what is your next course of action in the city?
So we've got a box ahead, and some information. So I think we need to figure out how to leverage this for a meeting with Mr. King of Spiders, Devago. What's his name? We know he's at the Eel's End, and we know that that's where Governor Ampere has been going. So I think it's just a question is, how do we leverage this? We're guessing that if Devago is behind trying to get this back for Madame Sybil, I don't think it's necessarily out of kindness, but maybe to try and recover this tattoo. So what's our story for how we came upon it, how we got a hold of it, and why we're bringing it to him?
all good questions? Quinn says, before I met you guys, I never had a head in the box, and since I met you, I've had 2. 2 heads, 2 boxes. Just random thoughts.
It's kind of a bit of a theme, unfortunately.
2 heads are better
It's
than
none of
one.
our heads.
Here's to that.
Perhaps if we go to a church of Abdar, we might be able to get some information about Madame Sybil and her husband Torg, and maybe that'll help give us an idea of what we may need to get them to provide us what we wish.
I think that's definitely an excellent idea. I think if we also get to a quiet place where we can take the head out of the box for a little bit without anyone noticing us. Dante, not the middle of an alley. Back at our place, I can take a look at it and see if I can get any idea as to what it is and what it might do. Like I said, I'm not a wizard, but I do know about these things.
Seems worthwhile.
Do we want to do that before or after we go some recon at Church of Abdar?
Is there a place that we can go and do in between here? Do we know where the nearest Church of Abdar is? Or if there's only a single Church of Abdar?
All right, good question. So, for you, what you would know is, let's see, the Bank of Abdar is at T3, which is over here. All right, let's draw some stuff, shall we?
Yay, drawing.
Drawing. Okay, so I'm gonna make in gold. There it is. All right, so this over here is the Bank of Abdar. Our heroes are currently over here by Castle Volshnik. Citadel. God damn it. Yeah, Citadel Volshnik. Okay.
Citadel Volshnik.
All right. Over here at H15 is is your house. It's where you're currently staying. The old gypsy woman's house. Then over here is, let's see, Eel's End is S3. So this here is Eel's End, which is where you were heading. And let's say that somewhere over here in the Narrows, that's where Madame Sybil lives. So there you go. That is an overarch of where things are and what you believe, or where you believe you might be able to go. Hey, thank you so much, Calindria, for the support. $10. Is this a plot twist that I see before me, or is this a couple of hero points? Let me know. But yes, the decision is yours, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, before we find out about that, it looks like our current place of abode is going to be on the way, and the first stop before we get to any other place that we might be interested in going. So Padraig would recommend, hey, let's take a stop there. I'll take a look at this head, and then we'll go from there.
All right. I'm good with that.
All right. You begin to make your way back to Zorieda's house, aka your base of operations. All right. Once there, you get yourself off the streets and into the house. Since you've spent a few days here, it is now looking a lot more lived in. The dust that once caked this like kind of fortune teller's house has all been cleaned up and is now gone. You can see that there is now like some of your belongings that now occupy the space, and it looks a lot more roomier. On the table, you place the box and open it, revealing the head of what looks to be a Chelish man who has kind of like shaved sides with the tattoos marking around over his face and onto his cheek. These are very, very intricate tattoos and seem to have almost like a runic design.
All right, we'll take a look at them and see if there's anything that I can glean from them.
All right, let's make an Arcana check. Calindria, thank you so much. Oh my God, what are we what are we getting with that? Wow, that's amazing. That's so generous. All right, I was just getting your plot twist together. Plus nat 20 for all 4 players, then hero points for the 2 missing ones. All right, well, so say it.
Nice. You are amazing, Calindria.
All right. So while I get these up and going, those are your plot twist choices, Calindria. So let me know which one you would want. All right. As for my team, sorry, what was so we had an Arcana check of 27. So investigating these runes, it seems as though these are bodily enhancement runes. They basically are coded, as it were, to particular beasts, creatures, or animals, and allow that to imbue that sort of essence onto the person. So, for example, if you had the mark of the jaguar, you might find yourself quicker, with better hearing and better sight. If you had the mark of the rhino, your skin might be thicker. If you had the mark of the gorilla, you might be able to climb. All of these different things are elements to elements to this. You're not quite sure what these runes are attuned to specifically, but you know that they're bodily enhancements.
I'm asking questions on you. So would I be able to tell if they were transferable?
They are transferable.
Okay, so reasonable to assume that they want it, that they're looking to get this back so that they can give it to someone else, whatever this specific one does.
Yeah, basically.
Patrick, is this tattoo easily replicatable? Or can you replicate it? Excuse me.
Would I, with a 27, would I be able to replicate that, or would I not have the skill?
You wouldn't be able to replicate it, no.
Okay. You can transfer these things, and if you were skilled in doing arcane tattoos, you might be able to, kind of replicate it. I myself wouldn't be able to do it. I don't have enough knowledge in this sort of thing. I mean, it's the artistry. You got to get the sigils and the runes just right, and then you got to get the imbuement of the magic into the inks. Different ones use different type of magic and so on and so forth. I mean, this I'm not sure what this one exactly is, but they kind of tend to give you sort of like an animalistic trait. The tattoo is sort of like some sort of animal, give you some ability that is. Can I see do we know what type of animal the tattoo is of, or is it stylized with the runes and the sigils.
Make a nature check to try and identify it.
Oh, because I'm remarkably good at that.
Someone that is good with it.
6.
Ah,
I'm a city
yeah.
boy. and
I know that too.
I mean, I can tell you about the magic of this, but I don't know. An alley cat? I got no idea.
I'll step up and see what I can notice from it, if it's possible.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dante would like to attempt as well.
Yep, not a problem.
Oh, that's a 21 for me.
All right, very nice.
Thank you, Di. You didn't even roll. You just landed, even though I freaking tossed you across the thing.
All right. Fido, you know that it is. You've seen these runes kind of before somewhere. In a long time in your history, you spent some time underground, deep underground. While there, you encountered some drow. And these drow had a lot of these very similar looking symbols. You think that maybe these are symbols of a spider.
Oh, this seems fitting. You see this right here, and I kind of motion to some of the tattoos. These are legs. If you see, there's 8 of them there, and this is the thorax, and this is the head here. This is a spider. So, which makes sense if it's something the Spider King wants, or the Spider King had at one time. I'm still a bit confused on that, but it makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Now, normally I would be giving you all a perception check to do stuff, but I'm going to play our plot twist that we got from Calindria.
Dun dun dun.
Moment of indecision. As you are investigating the head and kind of looking deeply in it, something moves past the nearby chair, drawing your attention. It is up to you as to whether or not you wish to look. I don't want you guys to communicate. I want you guys to, in chat, in the Fantasy Grounds chat, simply write 1 or 2. 1 means you're going to focus and keep an eye on the head. 2 means you're going to look and see what made the noise. I don't want you guys to communicate. This is all a reaction. Just type in chat. Don't press enter until I say so. Once you have done so, I will count to 5. So, and then on 5 we hit. So in the Fantasy Grounds chat on the left-hand side, just write 1 or 2. 1 is to look at the head. 2 is to look at the noise. And then when I tell you, press enter. All right, here we go. 5, 4.
Hang on.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. I'm holding on.
Yeah, no, my chat box is.
All right, you guys got it?
Hidden behind everything.
Oh, right. Yeah. Fair
Two
enough.
is
Fair
to
enough.
look,
All right.
and 1 is to not.
Yeah.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Patrick, I didn't get yours in. Ooh. Okay.
Sorry, my key was not actually typing. I had to hit that 3 times.
Okay. Unfortunately, because it was a little late, I am going to put a delay on that. Number 1 was to observe the head. So I'm going to say that in that moment of indecision, you turned away slightly, and you are the first to look back. That's how I'm going to play that one. All right. Everyone else, however, you look towards the noise, and you see that a chair has been knocked onto its side. It seems to be by the fireplace in this room. All of a sudden, as you turn away and turn back, you notice that a shadowy hand, almost like ink, is reaching up and grabbing at the... what do you call it? Grabbing at the head.
I want to hold on to the head.
All right. Well, first of all, I will show you the.
Oh.
I will show you what you're looking at. There it is.
I'm gonna grab that head back.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. So you are going to reach for the head. Damn you, technical difficulties. All right. Unfortunately, you are flat-footed for this. All right. So you're going to be rolling with a. You're going to basically be rolling with a -2 penalty. So I need you to make me a reflex save.
Okay, that's on
As
my
this hand reaches to try and grab the head.
combat tab, right? And that will automatically have that -2 added. I don't need to do anything.
Yeah, that'll automatically have that.
Wow. Remarkable.
Well, you could use a point.
I could use a point. I could use a point. I've got a natural 20 and I've got a hero point, don't I?
It is up to you.
You know what? There's a demon reaching for the head. I'm gonna go with the nat 20 on this. I'm not gonna screw around.
All right, let's do it.
So a third.
All
So
right.
that's a nat 20 plus my reflex.
31.
Yeah, so 31 -2, so 29.
All right, 29. With a 29, you manage to grab hold of the box just before the hand takes hold of it. As this does, the creature looks at you and opens its mouth. You notice that it doesn't actually have any features, more that it's made of the same kind of almost inky color all the way through. It looks in your direction, and you watch as like these black pools of ink fall from it and onto the table. We are going to go flying into initiative here as we start our battle. As we do so, however, I'd like to give a quick, warm, and glorious welcome to the Mercs of Mischief. Thank you for coming in, guys. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. We are currently in a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game featuring these wonderful people who are my Patreons. If you want to become a player on one of these sorts of tables, head on over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/DeadAussieGamer. Or if you want to, we have another thing. Let me get the thing. We very, very soon, we are going to be helping out with a charity stream for Jasper's Game Week. And I am one of the guest GMs. So if you actually do want to play with me in a one-shot, follow the link. There it is. Jasper's Game Week. And consider bidding on one of our seats for that game. It's for a wonderful cause, helping people in desperate need. And yeah, it gives you a chance to play a cool game with some cool celebrities. Yeah, go check it out. Go check it out. All right, back to the action. Our heroes are currently trying to decipher the tattoos on a severed head. The reason being is that they're going to use this severed head as a bargaining chip for an evil kind of underworld kingpin who has actually been helping a friend recover the head for his widow, for their widow. The details are a little bit skewed, but all of a sudden, while they are investigating, the head was about to be stolen by what looks to be an inky black creature. It is the inky black creature's turn as we commence. It is not adjacent to its ward. It is not going to do that. It is going to form an ink blade and try to attack Patrick, mostly trying to cut off your arm in order to force you to let go. That's not a picture of you on that link. Yeah, it's not a picture of me on the link. I don't know why. It is me though. Don't worry. It is. Yeah. All right, Patrick. Its arm turns like liquid into a knife and tries to cut at you. The blade does sink in, and deals 7 points of damage as it cuts you. Do you let go of the box?
No.
Very well.
I do not.
You hold onto the box. The creature kind of makes this bubbling, oozing kind of noise. Its second action, it's going to try and chop you again because you're still holding onto the box. Oh no. That is a critical hit.
Oh no.
You're on full hit points, right? Before this fight, we did the long
I
rest.
was.
Okay, good. No, I just want to make sure that we did the long rest thing before I hit you again. All right, here we go.
I'm still missing 5 health.
You know what? Let me just do a long rest as well, just so that I'm 100% sure. Long rest. There we go. So that's there. And Padrig. Yeah, everyone's on full health there. There we go. But Padrig, you just
Yeah, because I didn't have my summon elemental anymore. That was another thing.
Oh, I have to get rid of Padrig. That one. That Padrig. Yep. Cool.
That
Alright, and I need to add Quinn. Alright, sorry, apologies. Running through some tech here.
Yep. And now for the initiatives again.
No, just need Quinn. Oh no, Quinn will get to go first, but she's flat-footed this round, so that's perfectly fine. Alright, so Padrig, you've just taken, what was it, 7 damage?
7.
Alright, so 7 damage there. Alright, here we go. Critical hit.
Are you ready?
26 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, did that work?
It did not.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I deleted the wrong Patrick. There we go. Much better now. Well,
Yeah,
not
I
much
think
better.
you have my. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah,
All right. Oh yeah, and then I need to add the 7 damage. So that was 26 plus 7 is 33. All right, Patrick, your arm is nearly off.
Ow.
All right, pick a number between
Ow.
1 and 5.
Pick a number between 1 and 5.
Yeah, 'cause I crit you.
Jeez. 3.
All right, 3. 1, 2, 3. The blade sinks into you, and well, it doesn't take off. Oh no! Oh no! I want to point out that
Two. I
Nope,
meant 2.
I want to
It
point
is
this out.
never go when the DM goes, oh no, oh no.
Well, okay, given what I was doing, I don't know if that's focusing. Let's try that again.
Missing digits.
Oh.
All right, come on, focus up, focus up. You got this, camera.
It's focused for the most part. It just can't see the text that's green.
Yeah, okay, it's not gonna work. Okay. Crit effect. Target loses 1d4 fingers on one hand and becomes clumsy 1 until you are subject to a regeneration.
Oh, man.
So let's find out how many fingers you lose. Roll a d4. Because basically this will directly impact...
I hate this
What is
because
that?
I have something that can take away clumsy.
Oh, damn. Yep. All right.
To do it, but then it's like can't do it with that specific.
All right. Well, clumsy 1 is what you now have. I think it's... Is it clumsy 1 per, or is it clumsy 1? Clumsy 1. No, just clumsy 1. Okay, cool. So you get clumsy 1 onto you, Patrick, as you lose 2 of your fingers. I'm going to say for the ease of it that you're going to lose your ring finger and your middle finger.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
now you're permanent like this. Yeah.
Permanently rock on.
All right. So yeah, it chops off that finger. But it is not done. With its third action, it is going to make an athletics check to just try and outrightly pry the object from your hand. So it is basically just going to try and drag it out of you. I need an... well, what's your fort save? Oh, wow. I'm really happy that I didn't attack you with that one.
My fort save is +8.
So 18. So yes, with your 2 digits missing, it wrenches with its last action and pulls, taking the box free from your hands. You can see your fingers on the table. Your bloody kind of stump. Well, I say stump. Your rock in hand. Is still bleeding as you see the creature. Now, at this point, now that it is erect, you notice that there is a thin stream of like this ink that is actually going out the door and out the front of the house. Quinn, it is your turn. You hear the sounds of Padrick shouting as his fingers are hacked off by what looks to be this large demonic ink creature. What do you do?
Does he look like he has substance if I hit him, or is he like?
Yes,
mean,
it does. It does look like he has substance. You've seen shadows before, and you know that this creature is not incorporeal in any way. It definitely has a solid corporeal form.
All right, I'm gonna swing at him with my rapier.
All right, make your attack. You need to drop it into the combat tracker if you wish to hit him, because there's no map here.
Not in the chat box.
Not in the chat box. Yeah. So if you open up the combat tracker, you should be able to drop it on.
He's not there.
There we go. The
There we
Tattoo
go.
There
Guardian.
it is. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Holy smokes. So many windows, Michael. So many windows.
Sorry.
All right.
My bad.
So. On to the Tattoo Guardian. Okay. Not very good.
All right. You go up and you swing, thrusting your rapier into the mass. Unfortunately, that one does not hit. You've still got one more action because you had to move to get to that guy.
I guess I want to devise a stratagem. Just kind of check him out and see where his weak points are. So I'll just roll.
All right. Roll your d20 as you devise a stratagem. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay. So that'll keep in reserve for my next turn.
Next attack. You do have a third action if you want to use it.
Oh, I thought moving was one, attacking was two.
Oh, right, and devising a stratagem is one as well.
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies. I did forget that one. All right. Done and done. All right, next up on our list is none other than Dante.
So, going to Waldorf some claws. If I need to move, get closer to it, and I'm going to use my nat 20.
Oh, nice. Just straight into the nat 20. You
Yes.
rush out, and as you do so, attempt to claw. Well, you do claw him. Roll your.
I would also like to stay on Gon to go after his arm, if it's possible. So essentially do the same thing that he was doing.
Yeah, okay, I dig that. I dig that. Okay, roll. Okay, so hold down left shift when you're rolling your damage. And as you do so, let me know if you want a number between 1, 2, 5.
Oh, I need to left shift when I click on the damage. Okay, it did work. We are going to go with 4.
With 4? Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. with a 4, and with your claws, 1d8 persistent bleed damage as you chop into this creature at the start of each of its turns. It is going to bleed out, or at least start to bleed out. All right. So transform, move, attack. Is that everything?
Yes,
Okay.
because that's all 3 actions.
Done and done. Next up, I believe, brings us to Fido.
Yes. Now, I would like to mention that I forgot to change my composite longbow to that the +1 striking. So it's not going to be like that when I attack with it right now.
Oh,
But
okay.
it should-
Let me fix that one. Your composite longbow is +1 striking. There, done.
Yeah. I also would like to use my natural 20 to attack the Tattoo Guardian with the longbow.
Very well.
And
All
you
right,
said-
hold down left shift as you you fire. So you've drawn your bow, you fired it. All right, that is 7 points of damage to the creature. All right, give me a number between 1 to 5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this is piercing, deep hurt. Target is fatigued.
Ooh. So drawing was an action, firing was an action, correct?
Yep, that is correct.
And I believe it is an action to mark hunted prey, correct?
Yes, it is.
I will mark him as hunter prey, and as I do so, I say, "Tell your master Venger he shall not have this head."
Sorry, so one more time. Could you tell your
Tell your master Venger he cannot have this head.
master? Oh, sorry, Venger is what you're saying?
Venger, yes. It's a bad joke. He looks like the shadow monster from the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Who was the bad guy?
Oh, right. Yep. Sorry, I wasn't even playing. I wasn't. I mean, this is Pathfinder. I don't know what you were doing. All right.
Automatically lose 20,000 experience points.
That's it. You emotional damage. All right, no, that's fine.
Awesome.
Okay.
And I'm done.
All right. Which brings us to Padrig. Padrig, in searing pain, with blood pooling at your hands from the severed limb. What do you do?
So you said that there was a line of ink going out the door.
Yeah, I did.
Does it just kind of look like ink?
Yeah, it does very much look like ink.
All right, so I'm gonna take my first action to back the hell up because I'm nearly dead. I want to get away as far away from this guy as I can, and I'm gonna kind of head towards the door, towards the ink, and then can I cast Prestidigitation and try and clean the ink up? Just a spot of it to break it.
Yes, you can. All right, so let's start with the move.
I don't know if it'll work, but
yeah. So let's start with the move. So you move your you move over to where the ink is pooling. Second action, we're gonna go with the Prestidigitation, which
yeah, and that takes two actions.
Okay, yep. So as you Prestidigitate, the ink does not seem to go anywhere.
Well, it's worth a try.
It does, however, seem to continue outwards and onto the streets, and creates almost a perfect road. Like it's a path that kind of weaves in a direction.
Yeah. All right. Well, I didn't think it'd be that easy, but I was hopeful.
All right. Coolios. next up, we return. Hey, Arjanasi, thank you so much for the gifting subs. To Dilly Doll, G-Dubs, Sammy Seal, Gemini Dragon, and D-Mystics. Welcome in, and I hope that you guys enjoy all of the wonderful, beautiful, and amazing badges and emotes that we now have. And Dazzle as well. I see you, buddy. Thank you so much for the 11th month sub. 1 month away from a year. What the hell? That's so cool. Thank you so much. All right, where we at?
Is it
Yes.
my turn?
What's that?
I said I think it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Awesome.
Hey, just one thing, Fido. You have deadly D10 for a crit. You're supposed to also add a D10 after you double your dice.
Yes, you do. I mean, it should have
I
automatically
thought
done it.
Yeah, so I was wondering. Do you want me to just
Well,
roll it?
if that's the case, hold on, let me just check this real quick.
I think it might be because it wasn't a normal nat 20 rolled.
Yeah, maybe. Roll a d10 anyway. We'll add that. We'll add that manually.
Wait, because that didn't. Okay, I'm trying to roll it on the.
I'll just roll it
Tetris
in
card.
chat. That's fine.
Okay. Woo!
Oh.
Nice. All right, beautifully done. All right, an additional 10 points of damage. Done and done. All right, Quinn, it is your turn.
Thank you. Using my device stratagem I've assessed to this guy, I want to cut the point where the stream starts to balloon into his body. So sever the stream.
I'll count that as a regular attack. I will point out that you would have seen, Padrig try to cast Prestidigitation to clean it, and it seemed to have
Yes.
no effect.
Well, then I will just go ahead then, having heard you say that. When you put it that way.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
more mean you'll still get it. You can still make the action, but I will count it as just a regular attack. Yeah. Which is still fine. I mean, regular attacks,
Well,
you know.
Yeah, no, I was just going to use my strategic strike against him, so I'll just go after the arm that's holding the skull.
Oh, very nice. All right, I like that. All right. What's your? Okay, so you got a 17, I think, right?
Yeah,
All right. So 17 plus your attack is a plus 10, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, that's right.
So 17 plus 10 is 27. Unfortunately, its AC is 19, so you're 2 off. Oh, actually, hold on. What's the fatigue effect? Ooh, wait, you might actually crit. Let me have a quick squiz here at
Ooh, that'd be
fatigue.
exciting.
Je suis un fatigue. That's wrong, but, well tried. Fatigue, here we go. -1
Yeah.
status to AC. Oh, it's a -1, so that's an 18. Anything else? Nope, it is just fatigued. All right, so yeah, that will be 1 shy of critting, unfortunately.
Okay, so do I drop the damage die on the Tattoo Guardian?
Yes, but make sure you drop the damage die from your...
Yes, from the device stratagem. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
you got it. You got this.
You good?
All right. Oh, thank you so much, Bandicoot.
Cool.
And
Underwhelming.
thank you for McGluff as well. All right, what was that?
I said that was a little underwhelming.
8 points of damage, 1, 2, and a 4. That is unfortunate. But keeping in mind that's only your first attack, so you've only swung once. You've still got 2 actions.
All right. I'll swing again.
All right. Make your attack.
Hang on, I gotta organize my windows again. This thing isn't. I need a bigger computer screen, I think. Just to play.
I'm so sorry. I think there is a way to actually micromanage your stuff. Like, I mean, I have 2 screens, so I've actually got one for like the OBS stuff, and then one for this.
What again from getting that crit?
Ah, yep, it was indeed. But that will still hit, so deal your damage. Alright, 10 points of damage. Ooh, the creature is not looking great. It is not looking great at all. You have 1 more action.
I'm going to take that action to sort of back away and assume a defensive stance.
Very well. You step back away from the creature. It now still holds the box under its arm. We have received a insight bonus from Odd Bandicoot, and I'm going to give that to you now. You notice that the trail that leads outwards, the Tattoo Guardian immediately begins to follow it. But it doesn't look like it's moving. It almost looks like it's receding. The ink itself sort of folds back on itself, and it seems to follow that path. Because of this insight bonus, I am going to give Quinn, Padrig, and Dante a free attack against the creature. Thanks to Odd Bandicoot for that one. Because it's not so much that you're making an attack of opportunity. I mean, you are. But it's more your insight is telling you that it's following this exact path, meaning it'll be right here in a second. It's almost as if it can't move in different directions.
Mm-hmm. Would a D8 potentially kill it by itself because of the bleed? Would a D8 kill it by itself from the bleed?
No, it would not.
Okay.
But I am keeping that in mind, which of course I should probably roll. Let's see. That is 1 damage. Hey, I mean, bleed is bleed, right?
Yeah. Here is my attack on him.
All right. So yeah, Dante, Padrig, and Quinn. Actually, no, Padrig, you backed off, didn't you? You don't have a. Do you have a? No, yeah, you don't have a melee weapon, but I'll let you punch them if you wish to.
Oh wait, you do have a melee weapon now, don't you?
Yeah, I have a hatchet. I actually do have a melee weapon.
That was supposed to be a claw attack, not the bite attack.
That's fine. You can still land a bite attack.
I don't get a bite attack. That's the problem.
Okay, fair enough.
Not until I get the insect one.
All right, then you'll need to make a separate one. Make your claw. And then Quinn, make your attack as well.
All right. I do have a hatchet. I can try and hit him with that.
Yeah, sure. Your claw misses.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
All right, you're gonna use a hero point. All right, you get the reroll. The hatchet also misses.
Yeah, I threw it in the wrong spot.
Everyone as this
and
thing.
Actually, though, and I apologize for doing this.
No, go ahead.
I didn't realize that. Do I have a shiny gold nat 20?
Yes,
you have a shiny gold nat 20.
I should have. Can I?
You can use it retroactively, 100%.
Yes, please.
All right, the shiny nat 20 comes through courtesy of our dear friend Calindria. Roll your critical damage on the creature. So hold down left shift when you drop it onto him. All right, he might not make it.
Holy cow.
That's a lot of dice.
Holy cow.
All right, he takes 3 damage. Thankfully, this creature, well, thankfully for it, not you, it is immune
3 damage out of 16.
Well, no, it is immune to precision damage. So sneak attack doesn't actually work on it because it doesn't actually have organs like that are vital. Like you're stabbing it in the heart, and that's where 12 points of damage is coming from, but it has no heart. You know what I mean? It's just a single conglomeration of stuff. But 3 points of damage.
Whoa.
It manages to slither away and under and out of the door. It makes its way down the road and across the street. You can see that it at a certain point it even gets run over by a cart, but it pays it no mind as it sort of like, and then.
I mean, do I
pursue it?
have time to make ranged attacks at it as it's fleeing?
Well, it's its turn, so no.
Okay.
I get to have turns too, Twiff.
I know. I just didn't realize it was that fast.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Those were all like attacks of opportunity that just happened, kind of thing, almost.
Well, we can pursue,
Well, attacks of opportunity don't really happen in second ed unless you are trained.
Right.
But I've provided it because of Odd Bandicoot's insight bonus.
Yeah.
That is
the right time.
That's it. Yeah.
I forgot that's what it was from. I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be my turn. Wait, no, what?
Yeah. So anyway, the creature is receding, making its way down and back. It does that as a full action, so it is 30 foot out over the street and around. And it seems to be standing next to an individual. You see this figure. An orcish man covered in tattoos.
Huh.
And he seems to be pulling the ink, almost like it's receding, back into his arm. He now has in his hands, in his clutches, should I say? Clutches? I like clutches. This dude has the... here we go, let's put him over here. Make him nice and big. Boom, there it is. Isn't he cool looking? Alright. Basically this large orcish individual now stands across the street holding the box with the severed head in it. He looks across the street at you and just simply snarls. He can't do anything else this round, so we do go back to you guys. Also, really quickly, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a quick moment to welcome in Ardent Roleplay. Guys, if you don't know who Ardent Roleplay is, they are a wonderful group of, streamers, as well as developers of a really, really cool new technology for augmented role-playing. So go check them out. We're going to give you a quick shout-out here, buddy. Also, we are going to be doing Jasper's Game Day, as mentioned earlier on in the stream. And it is going to be on the Ardent Roleplay channel. So if you get a chance to, definitely go and drop a follow over on their channel, and you'll be able to catch. If you're not joining us, then you can at the very least catch us live on their channel on Wednesday the 21st. No, that's not. That's a lie, because that's not even a Wednesday in May. It's Wednesday. Wednesday the 18th is when I'll be there. There you go. All right. Let us continue. Dante.
Yes.
You see this orc across the road.
Anyways.
He has the severed head you need for evidence for the bargain with the king of spiders. He's holding it and he looks like he's about to, well, not run, but I'm gonna take this. He's like looking at, he's disrespecting you. He's being like, "What's up?"
Since I won't have enough actions to summon an elemental, I will instead get within 30 feet of him and use electric arc on him.
All right, very nice. Electricity begins to gather in your hands as you move towards the door and fire a bolt across the street. At this point, by the way, as electricity now flies across the road, you hear the sounds of shouting and screaming coming from the streets as you have opened fire with spells into a busy thoroughfare. Make your attack against the...
He needs to be there because he needs to make a save.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my apologies. Boop! There he is.
I don't know
It's why I use this spell, because I don't have to worry about friendly fire.
Oh, that almost hit that natural 20. All right, he succeeds and takes half damage. So drop the damage onto him, and he takes 3 points of damage. As he looks at you, he kind of snarls. He shakes his head to kind of get himself back coordinated again. Move action to get there. 2 actions to cast. We then move on to Fido.
All right. Can I see him from inside, or do I have to step outside?
You can see him from inside, but you need to open the window.
Well, son of a poopy dog. I will do that.
All right, 1 action. You open the window.
And then I shall shoot at the orcish brute, and I say, "Give that back." Or don't.
You do have a hero point you can use, so you don't critical miss.
Well, how about we find out what the crit is first, and then we can, you decide if it's worth having or not. All right, ready? 1 to 5. What do we get?
Let's go 5.
5. Here we go. Range. String snaps. You need to take 3 interact actions to restring your bow.
That's just a drag. I'm gonna use my hero point.
Hero point it is.
So re-roll, re-attack.
You may re-roll. Let's do it.
Oh, it hits.
That'll
Hey,
hit.
Good. Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, deal your damage. 14 as the arrow soars across the street. People are now taking cover, obviously. Arrows are flying across the street. Freaking spells, lightning. A person's abandoned their horse and cart, and the cart's like kind of veered off, and it's kind of like crashed into a nearby brick wall. As your arrow flies, it manages to find purchase in the shoulder of this orc. You got 1 more action.
Well, last action is I will mark him. I'm assuming because the tattoo guardian is back in him, it doesn't automatically transfer my hunted prey to him, does it?
It is not in him. The tattoo guardian is kind of still there. It's like kind of in the air next to him. It's adjacent.
So you
Okay.
always will still know where he's at.
I will hunt his prey, or hunt him as prey. I'll mark him as hunted prey.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. All right.
And I say, Kane, go after him.
You cannot, because that will take an action to instruct your dog. You can think it really hard. Patrick, it
Only
is
it
your
works
turn.
that way.
Yeah. So, all right. The guy summoning a demon across the street was not really a big thing, but us attacking the guy summoning a demon, that's what gets people going.
Well, they kind of thought it was like mud when they hit it with the carriage. Like it just kind of like, oh, it's a demon. Oh, it's just trick of the light. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But it's still.
he's got a demon standing next to him right now. I'm gonna pull my Giselle up two-handed, and shoot him in the head.
All right, make your attack.
Oh man, those one-handed reloads are gonna be nasty.
Right. Yeah. Also, to just land a point a bit. Yes, he does have the demon floating around him. However, he is not the location of lightning spells, arrows, and gunshots.
Yeah, he's got a demon though.
He does, which no one's looking at right now. Everyone's running away from the dudes shooting from their store.
The suburbs are terrible. All right.
Oh, that is a critical hit as the gun fires. Roll your damage. I don't know. This could be the end.
Right. So it's left shift.
No, you don't need to if you've dropped the critical there. It should automatically do it now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's only left shift if you use the nat 20 token.
Gotcha.
All right. Boom. All right.
Ignored 11.
All right. Pick a number between 1 to 5. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
Well, he's dead.
Well, I mean, stuff could happen.
Okay.
Yeah, that is true. You could make him.
We'll go with
lose
3
his
again. That's worked out really well for me in the
3.
past.
Gusher. As you strike him square in the chest, blood begins to just erupt from his chest as he then falls backwards, dead. You watch as immediately the inky creature also liquefies and falls to the ground. The two of them lie dead and still. The street is now cleared as you make your way across over to the dead body. You reach down and try to take hold of the box clutched in his hands, but you realize that he's got kind of a death grip on it, whoever this happens to be, he really wanted this. But you managed to pry his fingers open and take the box.
I think, Patrick's got a hatchet. He's going to make sure that guy's missing 2 fingers when he takes the box.
Wow.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, no, that is reasonable.
I'd like to run out now as this is going on as well and kind of search through the rest of this orc's body, see if there's any papers on him and anything of interest.
I would like
sure.
I would like this head to go back in the bag, so it is not in this plane and much harder to track. And say, Fido, make it quick. I think we need to not be here really quickly.
All right. Good call.
Although we do have at least a connection with the guards, but I think having to explain this might be better if we go to them rather than them coming to us.
Not a terrible idea. Fido, I need you to make me a perception check as you investigate the body.
All right.
Since having
this is
the
a bit
time,
dramatic.
Dante
let's
is going to use a heightened heal on Patrick.
Yep, very well. Drop your heal on Patrick as you tend to his wounds. Alright, investigating Fido, you actually don't find too much of interest. He doesn't have any real material wealth. He has some small, strange-looking collections of, bone and gristle that have been made into, these weird objects. His clothing and attire seem to imply that he's not from the city. And his body is covered in tattoos. But beyond that, you have you don't find too much else.
I want to make a quick study of his tattoos to sort of remember them for future reference.
Not a problem. Investigating the tattoos, you may also make a perception check if you would like, Quinn.
Thank you, sir.
I guess to kind of use for later on, I'll just kind of cut. Does he have pouches on him? Did you say?
Fetishes. So yeah, there are these little tiny pouches with feathers and bones in it.
I'll cut those off of him and take them with us so we can look at them later on.
Sure. Write down bone fetish in your on your character sheet.
Okay.
He should be at 9 wound. It doesn't let me cast as a higher thing normally.
Okay, so okay, cool. So he's only taking 9 damage. Done.
Yep.
All right. Oh, yep. Okay, cool. Done. Okay. Now, Quinn, as you investigate, you realize that there are a lot of similarities with the tattoos on this guy as the tattoos on the severed head. Looking on his person, there is actually a strange-looking feather. It seems to kind of have a quill kind of look to it, but then it goes down to a finer point, almost like a needle's edge, around the midpoint where it seems to go from a feather to to that point. There's this tiny, almost organ sac connecting the middle. You kind of give it a squeeze, and air seems to blow out. With GM Workshop's insight bonus, thank you so much for coming and joining us, GM Workshop. You know that this is likely a tattooing quill used by tribal orcs. I'm going to leave you guys for a second because I just got the front door, but talk among yourselves what you think would happen while you vacate the scene. Yeah.
I suppose with too ghastly to remove his tattoos. Take a little too long, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would take a little bit to do it without ruining the skin. I could do it.
I think
for
if
you,
we
but it's
flay
gonna take
someone in
some
the
time.
middle of the street, we're gonna have a much harder time talking our way out of this.
We'll take the body in with us into the house.
Yeah, we can probably do that. Let's not like leave the body to rot in the street. I think we need to explain to the guards what happened. Maybe send a message to the captain. So that we're not arrested. That would probably not be good. Just, hey, we were attacked. We defended ourselves. I'm thinking, though, looking at this guy, he's probably not from the Spider King. I'm thinking that he's probably whomever this tattoo got stolen from. Yeah. And as much as I would have not liked to make an enemy of those guys, it would have been nice if they talked to us first, but I suppose I can understand why they didn't. Let's keep that head in the bag.
Yeah.
It's going to be much harder to find that way. And thank you, Dante. This Patrick is wrapping bandages around his bloody stump. This is going to be a bit of a problem until I can get it fixed or learn to live with it. But yeah, I think bring the body inside, get a message to the captain about what happened, and
so keeping in mind, you don't necessarily have to give all the information to the captain.
No,
right?
We
you
just
can
need to
explain it to the guards.
We need to let the captain know we were attacked and we defended ourselves. Here's the guy that
No. What I'm saying is that would be the equivalent of you guys getting into the same situation and going to the police commissioner to let him know, rather than the cops. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the Field Marshal Crester is like the top of the law enforcement here in the city.
Okay, I thought we were dealing with someone a little lower.
No. She's the top. So above her is the royal guard and the queen. That's where she is.
Yeah.
But the lower levels should know that we've got something that says we're working with them, right?
To a degree, it is known among the city that you have been deputized, as it were. Okay. But yeah, sure enough. I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to wait for the cops. Yay or nay?
Not necessarily.
That's one no.
No. I don't
That's
really want to wait for them, but I want to leave a note.
Sure.
It's on the door.
Sure, Patrick.
Sorry, we had to kill this guy.
Well, okay, hold on, Patrick. I need you to roll. I need you to roll a D6 into chat. Odds and evens. Odds, it'll be your non-prominent hand. Evens, it'll be your prominent hand.
Oh no.
Can't just be the left hand that I was holding the box with. No.
Well, I'd imagine you'd be using your prominent hand to hold the box. It's usually what people do with a reflex of trying to reach and grab stuff. But we're going with we're gonna go with.
I'll roll.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, evens. Unfortunately, that will be your prominent hand.
Can I use my hero point to re-roll that?
You can use your hero point, and I will give you the the non-prominent hand.
Okay.
Very well.
What a use of that.
I mean, look. Keeping in mind.
I use guns. I mean, come on.
It's true. All right. So, yes, it is your left hand that you've lost your fingers on. As you leave the note, you write and scroll it on the door and begin to head out. Where is your next destination? What's your next port of call?
Oh, so we're gonna leave. Okay.
You guys had mentioned going to the temple. You guys had also mentioned going to speak to the widow. Or you could head to Eel's End directly.
We were going to do something with the body, weren't we?
Yeah.
Can you stop it from decomposing, Rick?
The head is in a box that is casting gentle repose.
Yeah, but the tattooed orc.
Oh.
Dante, can you keep it from going smelly?
No, I cannot.
Okay. Well, there it is. Maybe don't bring it inside.
The most I can do is at least at an hour at a time.
All right.
The gentle
I
repose.
mean, I
sounded
suppose we could
last of them
leave the
already.
dead body in the street. But I think we were, we can pin a note to him. The cards.
You pin a note.
To the carcass.
Tape it to his head.
Yeah, see door on this road for more information. Like, you leave, like, a little breadcrumb trail to, like, it's like, if you want to know who killed this man, go to... Yeah, you just... No. Yeah, it's fine. Look, you leave a note. The dead body is in plain view, and you are making your way elsewhere. The elsewhere
Right, so
bit is,
we were
is
gonna
what we're
go
ascertaining.
to the temple of Abdar, was it? Yeah, Abdar.
So, Temple of Abdar?
Yep.
All right. All right. It is not difficult to make your way to the temple. It is across town, and will take you a good couple of hours on foot to arrive. Why are all the sound sets always temples to evil gods? Why can't there be? Why can't there be sound sets for a temple of goodness? Here we go. Temple of healing. What does this sound like?
Patrick will take some time to clean the blood off of his clothes with prestidigitation on the walkover.
Oh, beautiful. I love this. All right. You clean off the blood a little bit as you approach the large temple to Abdar. The Temple of Abdar is glittering and golden. You could see that there is a vast wealth that is constantly being exchanged around you. There are clerics who act as bank tellers, who seem to be taking commerce from pretty much everyone. And ooh, here we go. Aha! Is that the Temple of Abdar?
It's the Bank of Abadar is what it was called.
It is, yeah. It is a bank. It is a bank. It is also a temple. It is all of the above. Here we go.
Do I know anything about
Abdar?
this deity? Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to, you can make a religion check.
I'll do that. This is not a big skill for me.
Is it for anyone?
Not in our party, no.
All right. Well, I mean, the closest thing I've got to a picture of the Bank of Abdar is the vault.
Oh.
So there you go. That's the vault of
Yeah, I
Abdar.
have slightly better, but that's only because wisdom is my high stat.
Right. So, okay, well,
Holy
it's a
smokes.
major god, so it's not too difficult. What you know about Abdar is the god of commerce.
I
Here we
can
go.
see that.
The gold must flow. Yes. All right, here we go. It's actually Abadar. I'm mispronouncing it. So Abadar, god of cities, law, merchants, and wealth, known to be a patient deity. It is a neutral god of commerce and is well respected throughout the lands of throughout the lands of Galarian. Now, the dogma of the Abdarans is that he wishes for his followers to bring the light of civilization to the wild places, educating all those upon the benefits of law and proper regaled commerce. He expects his followers to obey all meaningful laws, but those which are ridiculous or unenforceable or even self-contradictory to be rebuffed. He is a proponent of peace, as war inevitably leads to the degradation of trade and stifling the prosperity of public. Advocating the cautious and careful consideration in all matters and frowning upon impulsiveness, believing it leads to the encouragement of primitive needs. You also know that the temples themselves serve as banks and tellers, so if you do not wish to carry around 4 million gold pieces, you can actually get a writ of ownership from the banks of Abdar to accommodate, as they will store and maintain your your wealth.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is what you know. And again, like I mentioned, the city here is surrounded in gold and just like basically just these tapestries depicting Abdar, lots of symbols of keys, and one of the bank tellers will approach you. How do I want this bank teller to sound? Bank teller. All right.
French seems to be the theme of the day.
Well, no, that's La Rouge. La Rouge is the French one. All right. All right.
LaRouge is the only one who speaks with that accent.
A beautiful elven woman approaches, and she says, "Blessings of Abadar upon you. It is wonderful that you have decided to arrive and invest in your future. And needless to say, there is no better time right now. We are offering quite a very impressive recompense for those who decide to store their gold within the banks of Abadar. Welcome, welcome. Come. Can I get you a coffee, tea, small biscuits?" He says, looking at
biscuits, of course.
Yeah, he says, looking at Fido, who looks like a dog, so he's kind of like talking about dog biscuits.
Tea would be nice.
I need not to consume anything.
Very well. And you watch as several of the acolytes move off, and they come back with like some tea and biscuits and stuff like that. Now, what can the Bank of Abadar do for you this wonderful, glorious solstice?
Well, we've recently come into some money.
Her eyes turn into gold.
And, well, with all that's been going on, been looking for a safer place to store it. And, well, all right. So, actually, I'm going to ask, given Padrig's background, how much would he know about banking here?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say so. I mean, most people would know how to bank here in general.
All right. So we were looking to open up a investment account.
Wonderful, wonderful. Today's rates are very, very impressive, and I cannot disagree. It would be foolhardish to pass up such an opportunity. Well, the Bank of Abdar is currently offering a 10% return interest rate per annum for every 400 gold stored within. However, we do have a smaller package as well for those who wish to store 200 gold or less, which is at a 5% per annum. Needless to say, I think perhaps it would be even well worth considering our platinum edition, but that's only for our more discerning of individuals. We're in for 100 platinum pieces. We can offer a 15% return investment per annum.
Per annum is year.
Does Fido say
Yes,
that?
per year.
All right. So, we've got 1,000 gold pieces that were given for this. I don't think we want to invest deposit all of that, but I think we should probably, put some by. So I'm thinking.
Point of note: why are you putting money in the bank?
Well. So
she made it sound so good.
This is something that Padrig has got an idea. If we are looking for an inn, with these people, and we know that they are.
Yep, reiterating. Why here. Sorry, let me rephrase. Why are we looking for an inn?
We're looking for information and to get in with the Lady Sybil and with the King of Spiders. We know that Lady Sybil is a devout worshiper of Abdar. We're not necessarily going to do actual real investment. We're looking at getting information here.
Right. Okay. You know, so
He's
just to clarify,
lying.
given that you guys know how these guys would work, they will literally allow you to pay them for information, because it's commerce.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need to manipulate these guys. It's like, oh, you wish to speak with this priest? No worries. He charges 2 silver pieces an hour for consultation. Not a problem. You know, and then you go talk to the guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that
they're
makes life
all
much
about money.
easier.
Yeah, money. The exchange of money in this kind of thing is akin to worship.
All right. So I'll rephrase it and say, before we make any real decisions, we'd like to consult with the priest.
Of course.
We've heard that Madame Sybil is a frequent worshiper here and has received much aid, but I can't remember the name of the priest that she's been talking to. Would we be able to speak to the same one and receive the same divine wisdom and insight?
Yes. Unfortunately, we have so many practitioners and followers. It would be difficult to identify which priest, if not knowing a few more details. Do you know what her last name was?
Do we know what her last name was?
No.
No, we were given that, and her husband's
Madam.
name was Tarog.
Madame Sybil and her husband Tarag.
Madam Sybil. Oh, I think I know the couple that you're speaking of. Yes, one moment. Let me see if I can. She begins to move her details like across. She's like kind of like saying, okay, not here, nope, not here. Okay, on the day of Sethus, that was Father Bryce, but Father Bryce was ill that day. So if it's not Father Bryce, then it would have to be... It would have to be... here we go. It would... it's not... Nope, it's definitely not you. It is Father... I will find him, and when I find him, I will kill him.
No, we'll probably do that for you.
Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, it is here. And it is... Aha! Father Ishani Datari. There he is, isn't he handsome? Yes, Father Ishani Datari. That is the name of the priest who last spoke with the couple. I believe he performed funerary rites recently for them. If you are acquainted, my deepest condolences, of course.
Yes, we met them at a party a while back, and we did hear the bad news, but they had spoke so highly of your temple and of the wisdom that they got here. We wanted to make our own visit. May we speak with the father?
Are you muted?
Yes. God damn it. He says...
I thought we were the only ones who did that.
It's fine. I know what I'm doing. He says, she says, yes, of course, it'll cost you 1 silver piece for a private consultation. And I can arrange that momentarily.
Certainly, I'll hand over a silver piece.
All right, you remove it from your sheet, and she takes the silver piece. A few moments later, you are approached by what appears to be a rather young-looking man, who, as he appears in the picture, is quite well-shaven, a adorned in robes of Abadar with a belt covered in keys. He says, I am Father Ishani. I believe you wish to speak to me about Madame Sybil and her husband Tarot.
Yes, if we could, we'd love to speak with you in private, in consultation.
Of course. He gestures and leads you to a private booth. He sits down and jingles as the keys rattle, and he says, how may I help?
Well, we're looking for guidance.
Well, the spell itself will cost you only a few silver. Oh.
Spiritual guidance.
Sorry. I thought you meant the spell. That's fine. It's fine. It's very confusing. It's a terribly confusing spell.
That's certainly understandable. We're
I mean, once it was flu season, and we all ran out of first level spells because every single priest kept saying "bless you." So it was just yes, it was anarchy.
I quit.
We've come into something that we feel may be very valuable for Madame Sybil.
I see.
And we don't want to just show up at her door. That could be awkward.
I'm sorry. I believed that you said you were friends of Madame Sybil.
I said we were acquainted with Madame Sybil. Social acquaintance. You know how these things go. You're at a cocktail party. You have idle chit chat with someone. They tell you some bits of information or the usual small talk.
Like
and
where
then,
they live without expecting you to attend? If I may pardon the he seems to imply that you know where she lives but somehow aren't welcome or that you need to be announced in. It's a little suspicious. Like he's kind of like
We
okay.
just feel that she may not quite remember us.
I see.
These meetings can be so brief, and sometimes you meet so many people you just forget them if they don't make too much of an impression on you.
I see. Make a you know what? As he says this, I'm going to burn up some of my jinx points here. I'm going to burn out 2 jinx points for this one. He says.
Oh, no.
He says, I'm sure that Madame Sybil would definitely be eager to reacquaint themselves with those such as yourselves, but I don't really feel overly comfortable as I am unacquainted with yourselves directly, and she is currently going through quite a stressful period of time. I would probably suggest that maybe you save your affairs for another time.
Oh, I think what we have for her might ease some of her stress.
I have a couple of silver pieces in my hand, and I reach out to shake his hand, and I kind of slip him the 2 silver and say, we have remembrances of her husband. We were closer to him.
Ooh. All right. He takes the silver and he says, very well, but I will accompany you. The woman has gone through a lot, and I do not wish to tarnish the name of Abdar by being insensitive to her in her time of need. Understand that loss affects us all.
Your sensitivity does you great credit.
He takes the coin and places it in a pouch separate to his own gold pouch. He has a separate, pouch for, money to the gods. So he places it there. He stands up and prepares to leave. As you are walking out, you notice 3 men walk in. They appear to be orcs, orcs or half orcs. You're not entirely sure, but they are covered in tattoos as they walk.
Similar to the other guy.
They don't look at you. They don't seem to pay any attention to you. They just simply seem to be walking in. They simply walk past you and don't pay you any mind. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh.
As you're being led out by the priest, and the orcs enter. Thank you so much to our lovely players for today's amazing game. Thank you to our sponsors, Hero Forge, for the wonderful artwork that you can see on screen, including the artworks that we had for our 2 NPC characters, which of course were none other than La Rouge, our goblin lawyer, and of course this individual, this tattooed orc, who will definitely not be, well, that one will have been seen the last of, but we won't see the last of these characters. Thank you to, of course, Fantasy Grounds for our VTTs, Sirenscape for the wonderful sounds, and these guys for helping me stay, employed and doing things and keeping to be able to make these awesome, wonderful, and amazing games. Also, thank you to everyone who helped us out with the hype train earlier on. All of the donations from our lovely friend Kalindria. Everyone who came in with the bits. Tricky Trident, McBluff. I can see you guys there. Ira Janasi for all of the gifted subs. Viren Rock. Who else do we have? Odd Bandicoot. Hester. Noria. A whole bunch of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your kindness and all of your generosity. Seriously, it means just so much. And a very special and warm wish to Malakisa over in Spen. I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing time. You are a well-missed member of this team, and we cannot wait to have you back around the table. Right now, however, we are going to go and pass on our raid love. Let's see who is getting the love today. Who is streaming on Twitch right now?
A lot of people.
On a Monday. Oh, we have Scarlet. Oh, we have D20 Deathmatch. Let's go check out some D20 Deathmatch.
D20 Deathmatch.
All right. Yes, D20 Deathmatch, near and dear friends of our channel. I believe today is the Arbiter's Revenge special, so I'm very keen on that. For those of you who don't know, D20 Deathmatch is a PvP-themed RPG, D&D kind of game, featuring, of course, the wonderful and amazing Mudcat and Caustic Phoenix. Though it appears Mudcat is the only one on stream today, but sit back, relax, get ready to unleash havoc as we go and join our friends over on that channel. Stay safe, stay wonderful, stay happy. Be sure to follow the channel and watch as we continue to bring you amazing content. And until we meet again, which will likely be on Wednesday for Hero Forge Builder, catch you around. Game hard or die trying.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.